everything.
What's up, guys, and welcome to Brandonism. So, we finished and released the first episode of the podcast last night, 21 September 2021. And I've since went back and listened to it a couple of times now and realized I didn't have things together like I wanted it. But, yeah, I mean, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's out there now for the masses. So what I want to do is I want to create a video recap of the first episode. That way, moving forward, we have our shit together. And, you know, moving forward, we're going to simultaneously do the video podcast and the audio podcast. So we have that uniformity across the platforms. So let's go back and recap the first episode, and that way I can give visual aids for, some of you jokers out there that need those visual aids, myself included. So anyways, the first episode starts off, I just introduced myself. My name is Brandon Johnson. I am a paramedic, 20 years on the job and counting. The majority of my career I spent in an active 911 system, working a frontline rig. The last 5 years, I've been working as a DoD contractor. Like I said in the podcast last night, because of OPSEC, I can't go much more into it than that. I don't want that to take away from my credibility. In no way, shape, or form am I doing anything high speed. But unfortunately, working for Uncle Sam, he dictates what we can and can't talk about. So that's just a little bit of background on myself. Now I want to talk about the podcast itself. I want this to be a podcast by a first responder and for first responders. Now, saying that, I don't want to cut anybody out. I think that the stories and the people that we're going to have on the show, I think it can really benefit the general public as well in several ways. Because one of my big hopes for the show is to use these social media platforms like YouTube and podcasts and others to really grow awareness for PTSD in first responders. We as American society know that the U.S. warfighter, when those men and women come home, they have post-traumatic stress disorder issues. But I think people become complacent in the fact that they don't think that the things that first responders deal with can create those kind of problems. Well, Karen, you're wrong. Or Bob. It is indeed a major problem in the first responder community. Now, I want to establish that first responders, for those people out there that are watching it that live under a rock, first responders for me covers everybody from law enforcement, emergency medical service clinicians, fire. A lot of communities you have fire and EMS together, and due to the state of the global pandemic, I'm gonna add doctors, nurses, techs, healthcare workers working in an ER setting and an intensive care setting as well, because guys, those people are on the front lines. They're battling, just like we are. So that's one of my big hopes for at least the first couple of episodes, is to use this as a sounding board to raise awareness for post-traumatic stress. But now, like I said in the podcast last night, we are going to cover a variety of things, okay? We're going to cover, post-traumatic stress. I'm going to have guys on here, former colleagues, current colleagues, guys that work for other agencies, telling their stories, and a lot of some of this is going to be fucking serious. Others you're going to get a laugh out of it. We talk about the dark sense of humor in the medical profession itself. So some things you might not understand, other things you may. Um, like I said, I want there to be uh, that comedic relief in the show at times. But when things get serious, I want you to be able to take something from those experiences that myself and guests that I'm going to have on the show. I want you to be able to take something from that. Whether that's a smile, because you've had a shitty day, or if you're one of these men and women out here working the road, working a hospital, and you've had that one bad case or that one bad call. Hopefully, my experiences or the people I have on the show, their experiences will help you to push through that one bad case or that one bad call. Um, you know, Going back to the guests I'm going to have on the show, I've reached out to several people. Going to get my buddy Eric on the show as quick as possible. And that guy he's doing some kick ass things. My buddy Eric with Five Stone. He's got his coffee out now. I don't want to go too much into it. We'll let him explain it when he gets on the show. I get some other paramedics. I've talked to a buddy of mine that's police officer. He's chomping at the bit to get on the show. So moving forward, that just gives you kind of an idea of what to expect. I do want to go back and kind of recap some things we talked about last night on the show as well. And I know it's a hot topic: politics. Well, here's my thing. I talked about a video that I seen with Brantley Gilbert. Now, I have to be honest. I know a few of his songs. I'm not a super huge fan. I'm more of a Tyler Childers man myself. But after seeing this video, I'm gonna have to reevaluate my stance on him and try to start to listen to more of his music, because this guy is not afraid to tell people exactly what he thinks. And to me, that is the definition of a good person. So I want to show you this video real quick that I mentioned in the podcast last night. So bear with me here just a second.
So before we play, I gotta let y'all know a couple things. Number one, I'm a patriot, even though that's a cuss word right now. Number two, I'm a huge supporter of the Second Amendment. You'll have to kill me to get mine.
So that was the video I was talking about, and he says that he's a patriot, even though it's a cuss word right now. Well, abso-fucking-lutely, so am I. I am a proud supporter of this country. I believe this is the greatest country on the face of the planet. I am also a diehard Second Amendment supporter. My daily carry. And before you start down that path of oh, well, why do you carry a gun? It's because not all the time do I have people around me that support me. And I don't know if the people I'm around are going to have my back when, I don't know, that person comes to try to take something from me. And that's the reason I carry. I carry to protect myself, protect my family, protect my friends. And we're going to leave it at that. But I don't know how mainstream that video is, but I'm Brantley, if you see this, man, good on you. one of the other things we talked about in the podcast last night was Joe wanting to add 9mm handguns or 9mm pistols to his gun ban wish list. Bitch, you got to get one banned first, and it's not going to happen. But anyways, so he put that out there. Let's talk about it. All right. So this guy right here. Nope, wrong video. Right here. So this is from firearmsnews.com. And it talks about Biden adds 9mm pistols to his ban wish list. So, guys, do your own research. Don't take what I'm saying to be the gospel, but just take the time and read what this guy is wanting to do. Like I said, I'm a visual aid guy. I need the visual aids. And do your research. Your rights in this country are being infringed upon, or they're trying to infringe upon them as we speak. We talked about Biden and he got on national TV and said that no amendment is absolute. Well, let's talk about the last line of the Second Amendment. Says shall not be infringed. That means it's non-fucking negotiable. Period. Anyways, like I said, we're just going to use this as a recap to, talk about the podcast, and just that way we have the uniformity going forward. Guys, I talked about in the video about Karen and how, she wants to pull her camera out and video her interaction with the police. Well, I back the badge, period. Now, the caveat to that is there are shitty people in every profession. Okay, from the police to the people working at the supermarket where you buy your groceries. Okay, there are shitty people out there, but there are far more good people out there than there are shitty. So give people a chance, even if it's an officer, especially if it's an officer. I promise you, 9 times out of 10, if you show that man or woman respect in whatever the encounter is, they're going to return it. Guys, like I said, I just wanted to break down the first episode of the podcast from last night. We've got our YouTube page up and running now, and so there's that. The podcast, if you want to check it out, it's Brandonism. We're on Spotify and Apple right now. Guys, if while I'm trying to get this thing started, if you're out there and you want to support the channel, go on over to FM or anchor.fm / Brandon Johnson 20. That'll bring you to the page. If you want, click on that support icon. If you can support us, great. It's going to help us bring better content, more content, and better quality. Like I said, we're going, these first few episodes, we're really going to try to increase the awareness of PTSD in our first responders. Also, on YouTube, if you like the video, want to kind of follow us on multiple platforms, make sure and click that subscribe button. Hit that little bell icon so you can know when we post a new video and all the fuckery we're going to be up to. So guys, again, thank you all for your support. Thank you for checking out the video. Like I said, man, keep on fucking charging. This is Brandon. I'm out. Let go of everything.